Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and today I would like to share a little unboxing with you guys. This is not a knife, this is actually a piece of equipment that is very much widely used and necessary for this wonderful knife hobby. We're gonna go ahead and get into this guy. What we're going to be using is my Devo Knives Buzz. I use this thing quite a bit, and I think that this is actually a perfect time that this actually came in, because I was just in the middle of going through a lot of the knives in my collection and picking out some of the stuff that I would like to get skiff bearings in. So I got, not too long ago, a little card. This is a little, I believe it's aluminum. Yeah, it's aluminum. It's just a little cheat sheet card. The holes are for the pivot size, and then the little horizontal slots are for the actual thickness of the bearings. This is a pretty cool little piece of tool to use. And what we got here is going to help out with disassembly. There we go. Nice packing paper. I'll use that when I sell stuff on NAF sale. I don't have too many items up on NAF sale right now, but I got a couple things on there. So this is the Griffin Company. Nice little sticker. I like that. Ooh, more stickers. I like stickers, if you guys can't tell. A little card as well. And oh, wow, I wasn't actually expecting for them to send bits. I got a bunch of bits actually. These are Weehaw branded bits, which is awesome because my usual setup is this. It's just the fat stubby driver and this. And because I go through bits quite a bit, I like to keep really sharp teeth on the bits. Once they start looking like they're getting kind of chewed up or kind of messed up looking, I go ahead and just trash them because the bits are so cheap and so affordable. They're good when they're good, but when they start to go, yeah, you don't want to use them. So this is what I got. This is a 30 pack. These are 1/4 inch bits, which is a very common size for bit drivers. This one is T8s, but I have some T6s in there and a couple spanner bits that I got extra for my hinder. So let's get this stuff cleared and out of the way. That's nice. I didn't know about that. Thank you. That's cool. And then this is the star of the show today. So that's interesting. It's just a completely exposed bearing. That's cool, I guess. But this is a fully white G10 bit driver, and I thought it was pretty cool because DLT Trading has been doing this thing where they throw in a little like $10 coupon for stuff that you buy. I don't know how long they've been doing this, but I've been buying a lot of stuff from DLT Trading throughout this year, and only within like my last package and this one they actually sent one in, which is, it's kind of cool. 10 bucks is 10 bucks. It's at least tax on most items, I guess. But we're gonna go ahead and actually utilize this guy. So the tools we're gonna be using, this was actually the last knife that I was going to check. The size, I know I could probably just go ahead and watch other people's disassembly and stuff when they install skiffs in this. The action on this as it is incredible, and I've had it long enough. It's more than broken in. It's extremely smooth, but I want to see if skiffs really make a difference in this. If not, I can go ahead and throw it into something else. Not a big deal. Skiff bearings are very inexpensive and definitely an enthusiast little add-on piece modification, if you want to call it that. Now, white G10 in itself, it's going to trap and hold on to a little bit of dirt and grime, but I don't mind because it is extremely easy to clean. For example, I actually have a review coming on this soon, eventually. I have been spending a good bit of time with it. I've disassembled it probably like 2-3 times because I was having horrendous lock stick, but I think it was because there was just so much oil and juice from the factory. I had to really clean it out, dry everything up. But this is the QSP Canary. This is the folder. You guys probably know the Canary name as the the micro fixed blade neck knife kind of thing. This is honestly an excellent little budget knife. It's pretty cool. But this is a great example of what white G10 looks like with it just a couple weeks of use. I don't have a super dirty work environment, but it's like warehouse retail kind of stuff, and dirt, grime, dust, and things like that. It just kind of gets trapped onto it. So as you can see, there's side by side, you know, brand new, fresh and clean versus this. And any stuff that has like texturing, it's just gonna hold on to stuff a little bit more. A lot of people don't mind. You know what? This comes in many different colors as well. But what's cool about white G10 is you can always RIT dye it, which is pretty darn cool. It looks like this piece itself should be too difficult to actually disassemble, so that way boiling it doesn't do anything. I doubt that it would. It's just hot water. But yeah, I'll figure that out eventually. But nice example of some white G10 that's been I guess well used. So let's go ahead and let's put some, we can just use the fresh bits that they supplied. So sorry about like the random ass cuts and crap on my hands. I don't really wear gloves at work, which I probably should, but I don't really care to do so. I have better grip on my own when I use like even textured gloves. I tend to kind of lose my grip a little bit. So that's a T8. This looks like that's a T9. Interesting. And a T7. Okay, cool. So they give one of each between T6 and T9. So that's cool. Let's see how it fits in there. Nice and clicky. Nice neodymium magnet. It's, I'm assuming, press fit inside there. There's a good bit of wiggle. It's nothing too crazy, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna slip at all. Versus like the actual Weehaw ones, there is movement as well in here. So honestly, it's probably about the same. I don't really know what I was expecting. I've never actually purchased a piece of equipment like this, but that's cool. I can't remember the price on this thing. I think it was floating maybe around like 50-60 bucks. No, this was actually more. I think it was almost $100 or about $100. A good bit of Loctite on this, but yeah, that feels good. The gripping or the frag pattern definitely helps out. I got a freaking big ass cut in the side of my finger, so I've been using like my middle finger for a lot of stuff. But there's that T8 for the pivot. As far as I know, all Devo knives, they're T8s all across the board, which is awesome. It's a knife brand made by knife people that are actually a part of the community. And so they know what the people want, and they make knives that people want. So that's pretty cool. A lot of their stuff I've been wanting to check out, but money's been invested in other things. It's actually the reason why I'm selling a bunch of stuff on NAF sale, because saving it for a wedding and other just bills and nonsense and general life and crap like that. So, all right. The scales you see here are actually like aftermarket scales. They were still sold by Devo Knives, but it was a small batch run of knurled titanium ones from the factory. So these are kind of special, kind of rare. It's cool. I have the factory ones. This was originally the reverse tux. Yeah, this was the reverse tux one. I carried it with the original scales for maybe, I don't know, like a week or two, and then I noticed that Kevin left the EDC. He made a post saying that he has some special scales that some people may or may not want, you know, just to sell them off, just to get rid of them essentially. It'd be cool if, you know, they made another batch of them, because I have quite a bit of people that when I post on Instagram or talk about this knife, they're like, where the hell did you get those scales? Because some people just don't know. It was a very short-lived run. Here's the fancy schmancy little backspacer piece. There's that. But because I've been using this a good bit, there's a lot of dust and dirt in here, and the action is it's been kind of gunked up. Should I be using a much cleaner rag than this? Yeah, I probably should, but I'm not really super concerned about it. As long as it gets off majority of the stuff, I'm not really worried about it, like leftover debris on the rag, like kind of scratching up the surface of the blade, just because it's It's a black coated blade, so I'm not really worried about that. Pretty durable finish. All right, so blade is nice and clean. We can go ahead, pop out the pivot and give that a good clean, very tight pivot. See if we can get that washer out of there. I had a little magnet around here somewhere. I freaking lost it. There's that one. We already gave that one a wipe. Okay, so nice and clean, nice and clean. I'm guessing these are going to be 5mm 1/16, but I could be wrong. I haven't gotten any skiffs yet to do this. I just want to purchase a butt ton all at once, just so the next time I have as much time as I have today, I can just go through my collection and do cleaning, maintenance, and bearing installation, which I think will be pretty cool. So a lot of people have a lot of good things to say about skiffs, and for good reason. So eventually I'll be trying my own. So let's go ahead and poke this through. Of course, that is a 5mm. And then the bearings, 1/16. All right, cool. So there's a good bit of play. It's not going to fit through the 3/16. That's just falling right through there. So 1/16. Great, cool. Now I can go inside my little log. This is where I do like all my sharpenings, and I can go and look for. Where is it? Okay, here it is. So it was 5mm. I probably should just make a log on my phone and just keep it in my notes, because I've blown through like this whole little booklet of stuff that I sharpened. So bearings, 5mm pivot, and then 1/16. Cool, so now I have that logged, and when I go to do my skiff haul, I can go ahead and just pick up a bunch all at once, instead of having like little envelopes arrive to my house every other day. We're gonna go ahead and use KPL for the lubricant. Nothing fancy, we're just gonna go with the original. Really, I can't tell a whole much between the ultralight and the original, but I got the little variety pack just because I think it was on sale at one point. But we're gonna go ahead and just smack this guy back together. Where do we start? Go and start with the pivot stack. All right, that in there is a D-shaped, but the D corresponds with the liner on the inside. So let's go ahead and put that guy down. There we go. And the bearing. Do you guys do bearing side open or closed? If you do with the bronze caged ones. What's cool about the with the skiffs is that they're flat on both sides, so that's cool. Definitely helps with some side to side play. So you don't have to crank down as much on your pivot, and you could still have solid, side to side. The goal would be to have zero movement and like crazy stupid action. Let's get some juice in there. A little bit out here. I always end up putting a little bit more than I need, but eventually it'll just come out. I'll just wipe it off. A little dot on the beginning and the end of the detent track just to get some on the ball. Here's a liner. I'm gonna go ahead and bend this just a little bit. I wanna get this thing a little snappier. Like I said, it's broken in quite a bit, and you could even tell. I mean, look at the lock face there. That used to be black, and it is no longer black. So it's cool. This is a actual hardened insert piece. You would think that this would just be just a whole steel piece, but it's actually titanium, which is pretty cool. So go ahead and just bend this just a little bit. Nothing crazy. It's a very thin piece, so it doesn't take too much pressure. I just want it to be a little snappier. All right. Okay, we're good. Go ahead and put the clip side scale on. Make sure everything looks good. The pivot looks nice in the center. The D shape is captured. Nice. And I'm an idiot. I completely forgot to put the backspacer. Okay. This shouldn't be too difficult to take off. All right, yeah, pretty easy. Go ahead and get this piece on there. And I was just looking at the I didn't realize that this was stuck on here. I looked down and I saw that it was missing there. I was like, what the hell, where did it go? Okay, so that's all good, and this is important. This is a very important piece. Okay, good, nice positive snap there. The scale should just fall right over and everything should just kind of snap in place. What's going on back there? Huh. There's something keeping that. There it goes. Okay. Go ahead and put the pivot back on. I like this driver. This is pretty cool. It's a good bit of length. I was a little concerned that it was going to be like too long or maybe too short, but no, it's perfect, at least for my hand size and finger length. little too snug there. I'll back that up a little bit. Okay, nice and snappy, no stick. Gonna go ahead and tune up the pivot once I get everything else in. Not tighten down all the way, but just kind of halfway before I start cranking everything down. And this is kind of the tricky part. I always forget, do I put the screw on or the clip first? It's kind of weird. Let's see if I could do something like this. Does that work? Okay, no. I'm sure this could just snap in there. Yeah, it's holding. Okay. Now the head of the actual screw is too wide, so let's see if I can lift one of those leads out. Just kind of bend it out a little bit. There we go. Nothing crazy. Is that on? Yeah, it's on. Okay. Crank down that pocket clip. Nice. Okay, let's check the pivot for side to side. It's pretty darn close already. Let's do the body ones. Ooh, that sounds nice. Oh, no movement. Nice and smooth. Oh. See if maybe I could back it up to just a smidge. That's good, that's good. Okay, almost there. Should be it. Should be good to freaking go. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, cool. So got everything we needed to do. Finished up with checking what knives for now that I'm gonna be putting skiffs. I'm gonna place an order eventually. And yeah, got to test this little guy out, and it's pretty freaking sweet. I like that a good bit. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I wonder if anybody who was like a skater kid or even longboarding people, I actually did a lot of longboarding when I was in high school. You could probably put your own bearings on here just because these are the exact size for wheel bearings. Just a little fun fact there, but that's cool. Those look to be, yeah, they're steel bearings, so it's nothing crazy fancy, but it's pretty smooth. It's satisfying to play with this thing. Very comfortable in hand. Nothing feels necessarily sharp or unfinished. It's essentially a beautifully machined piece of plastic, which is excellent and really all that I needed it to be, which is pretty cool. Magnets have a good bit of retention. Sounds nice, feels nice, a little bit of play, but it's really probably the same amount of play as there would be on, you know, actual Weehaw branded stuff, which is cool. And again, it's excellent that they do include a good range of bit sizes already, so you don't have to pardon me, so you don't have to go and buy more immediately. So that's pretty darn cool. I like that. I most definitely will enjoy that. And eventually I'm gonna see if I can actually take this apart to dye it. Of course, it's probably gonna end up turning like teal, because that's my favorite color. But yeah, check these guys out if you haven't already. They've been around for a good bit of time. I'm sure many of you already have heard of them or at least seen them. You guys probably already own some pieces of their stuff. And I'm pretty sure they even do knife designs. I think they have a couple fixed blades and one folder. It's called the Griffin, or the Griffin Scout, I think, 3.0. It's like basically like a $300 something kind of like stout, chunky looking pocket knife. It looks pretty cool. I definitely would love to get my hands on that, but money is invested in other places. I actually have a piece from TRM coming this week, and I'm very excited to be able to check that out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this little unboxing. I know I definitely did. This piece will see a butt ton of use for sure. With that being said, I will be linking down everything I can in the description, including extra things probably from Amazon. No affiliate links or anything. It's just there for whoever wants it. And with that being said, have a wonderful rest of your day.